Good evening, Rutgers. I'm your weather watcher, Nick Brennan, here to bring you this Wednesday, November 14th, 2018 evening forecast. And yes, I know what you're here for, the snow, but we'll talk more about that in just a bit. Right now, we have a wrap-up of today with the almanac. We see an actual low of 32 degrees, actual high being 44, a little bit below average here, the average high being 36. Only a 4-degree difference there with the actual, but a bigger difference here with the average high, 56 being the average high, and there's a 12-degree difference there, 44. Really not that nice out today, a little bit chilly out there. Record temperatures, so nowhere near those. 15 set back in 1986 and 72 set back in 1955. Posted at the bottom here is your sunrise and sunset times. Now, looking at our headlines for today, I put it this way: snow with a big no, because we don't really need that snow because it's mostly going to be a lot of slush, and if you're a commuter, you're not really going to enjoy that part of it, and most of the state's going to be seeing that. We'll talk more about that in just a bit, but we do have a good game day forecast. That is going to be up in the 7-day forecast, and in the long-term picture here, we can see that temperatures are going to be dropping over the next few days. Now, looking at our watches and warnings across the northeast and most of the east coast here, we can see down south there is a flood warning because temperatures aren't there to make it an issue of snow. But as we go more towards our area and in the New Jersey area, a winter weather advisory with a wind advisory on the east coast of the state. That is because they're not likely to experience any snow there. More about that in just a bit. But as we look right now at the 3-hour loop for the northeastern portion of the United States, for the most part here, we can see that even going a little bit far west into Missouri and the Arkansas area, we can see some touches of snow here and there, but most of the snow remaining in the Indiana, Illinois area, getting into parts of even southern Ohio there, and the rain snow line is really in this Kentucky area right here, and the further south you go from the Kentucky area, you can see a lot of rain going on, and that's why there is a flood warning. Now, if we look towards our area, we can see this storm start to approach our area by around 9 a.m. As we go a little bit further, we can see this snow start to impact New Brunswick, specifically around 1 p.m. This is, an estimate here, but it's more than likely going to happen between the hours of 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. here. As we go further ahead, we can see this rain snow line starts to form here a little bit more north here. So around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the early evening, we can see this rain snow line appear in our area. And as it pushes out, most of the state's going to be seeing snow. But in this northwest portion of the corner of the state, we can see that there is a likelihood that snow is mostly going to stick throughout this system being in our presence here. By around Friday, this is going to stick around until Friday morning, but by around Friday afternoon, this should be clearing out and should be leading to a pretty good second half of the day on Friday, and we do have a good game day there. But the snow totals here is what you're looking for here. Around an inch here right at Rutgers, but as we go into these northwestern portions of the state, this area is in the darker blue, and a lot of those darker blues do have around 5 inches there. But as 1 to 2 inches in this crevice of the state here, maybe even up to 3 inches there. But most of this is going to be turning into a rain event and be washing away, so it's not going to be that pleasant, and it's going to be a real pain for us to deal with here. But tonight's lows are looking like a little bit better of a story. Still a bit chilly out there. If you go out, you might need a jacket. 26 here in New Brunswick, 20s across most of the state, 33 down there in Wildwood, though, and a similar story across the northeast, 20s for most of the northeast, 18 up in Oneonta at that cool spot. Now, as we look ahead for tonight, 26, like I said, partly cloudy skies with a north wind at 3 to 6 miles per hour. And as you're waking up tomorrow, no snow in the early morning forecast here, 33 degrees with partly cloudy skies and a northwest wind at 11 miles per hour. Now, as I step off for your 7-day forecast, like I said, 34 degrees for tomorrow with a snow-rain mix. That line's going to be forming throughout the afternoon and into the early evening and being a mostly rain event for the state by the evening hours, and that rain's going to linger until around Friday, but that northwest portion of the state is likely to experience the most snow there and keep those consistently cold temperatures. 45 for Friday with morning rain. Should be clearing out, though, and by game day, 48 degrees, one of the warmer days here on our 7-day picture. Beautiful day out there and a good day to cheer on Rutgers. Hopefully we can beat Penn State. That's a debatable one, though. 48 again on Sunday and mostly cloudy skies throughout the rest of the week, but temperatures dropping, 40 on Tuesday, 43 on Wednesday. As always, Rutgers, you can tune in every 15 minutes on channel 23.1, or you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/RUWeatherWatcher. We also have a Twitter at RUTVWW, and send us your snow photos with that hashtag RUWeather. And if you just can't get enough of us, we also have a YouTube page, RUTV Weather Watcher. I'm your Weather Watcher, Nick Brennan. Stay safe out there tomorrow, Rutgers.